Good Thursday morning. Today is a first alert weather day, just the first of a few over the next few days. We'll touch on that in a second, but 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kittitas Valley, peak gusts between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Now keep in mind, that's when we're going to see the peak of the strongest winds. It's already pretty windy for this morning though, so we're already seeing gusts around 40 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, between 25 to 35 miles per hour in the lower Columbia Basin. So those are only going to ramp up throughout the rest of this morning. Right now, temperatures are very mild I'd say it's warm up towards the Hanford site, 72, 66 in the Tri-Cities. We have 40s and 50s up in the mountains. A few sprinkles this morning for lower elevations. We'll have a better chance of rain later this morning in the Cascades, but lower elevation should keep it dry throughout the rest of today. It's going to be cooler compared to yesterday, but will still be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. First alert weather day number 2, Saturday after 2 p.m. Once again, Kittitas Valley peak gusts a little bit stronger this time, 55 to 60 miles per hour. Then on Sunday, first alert weather day number 3, once again, Kittitas Valley, strong wind gusts, but this time dry air and dry vegetation. So there will be, unfortunately, that large fire start potential. Lots to discuss this morning on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a threatening call, a loaded gun, and a local middle school put on alert. What led to a secure and teach lockdown in Kennewick. Plus a high-speed chase and a dramatic canal jump. 2 suspects still on the run this morning. Coming up, we have the latest on this wild early morning pursuit. And you heard it, dry conditions and rising heat, but fire crews are already battling flames across the region. Our William Albert will tell us what officials are doing to prepare for the busy fire season. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott. We want to start this morning in Kennewick with a crime alert. That's where a man's threats triggered a school safety response and ended with him being arrested. It all happened just yesterday morning after 10 a.m. right near Highlands Middle School on 4th Avenue. Police say Dusty Zarate was FaceTiming a woman and threatening to kill her while on that FaceTime. He claimed he was driving from Moses Lake to do it. Well, because she lives nearby that school, by Highlands, it was placed on a secure and teach lockdown. Officers spotted Zarte's car. They found a weapon inside. They took him into custody. He's now facing multiple charges, including felony harassment and unlawful possession of a firearm.
He was actually located in front of Highlands Middle School driving, and we did observe a firearm on the driver's side floorboard, and he is a convicted felon. In this case, there was a substantial amount of credibility to his threat, and we were there to make sure that everyone stayed safe, including the kids that are just there to learn, and make sure that these threats aren't carried out.
Now, the school released the lockdown by about 11 o'clock yesterday morning, so everything is running normal on campus this morning. Staying in Kennewick, police are searching for 2 suspects after a high-speed chase ended in a dramatic crash early yesterday morning. All happened around 2:30 a.m. Officers tried to stop the vehicle near West 1st Avenue and South Benton Street for an equipment violation. Well, instead, the driver sped off, launching the car over a canal embankment. Both people inside got out, ran from the scene, still on the run this morning. Now, the car has been seized for a search warrant, and police are asking if you know anything about who was in that car to give them a call. And in Richland, the police department says they responded to the report of a potential threat with ties to Carmichael Middle School. On Tuesday around 7 p.m., a student claimed that another student made threatening statements and displayed a large sum of cash along with the picture of a firearm. The student said that they intended to purchase the weapon and harm those who he said owed him money. The student was later arrested at home. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Richland Police Department. Well, as summer approaches and temperatures rise, fire crews in Franklin County are staying prepared for what could be a busy wildfire season. Franklin County firefighters wrapping up their annual wildland fire training this spring, where they reviewed safety procedures and emergency protocols. And for District 3, it's already been an active start. Crews have responded to 2 wildland fires since March. District 3 Fire Chief Mike Harris says fire danger is beginning to rise and will only increase as things continue to dry out.
We bumped from low to moderate, which is usual as we start to see the grasses dry down, the annual grasses turn brown across the hills. And then the sagebrush and some of the other trees will start to kind of dry out a little bit with that lack of moisture. And then you'll start to see our fire danger creep up into high.
Chief Harris says that they could see as many as 30 wildland fires a month this summer if the dry conditions persist. And it's not just Franklin County firefighters across the region keeping busy and keeping a close eye on fires already burning. One of the most active wildfires right now, the Butte Creek fire, that's burning 9 miles north of Clarno. We're told now 20% contained. This fire has burned over 1,700 acres so far. And you can see the Butte Creek fire scene there. This is video courtesy of Brian Dexter. You could see that helicopter doing a water drop, getting water to help fight that fire. Another fire burning just across the Columbia River, that's the Patterson Slough fire. That's now 70% contained. That fire started May 25th as thunderstorms moved through the area. All right, 6:05 now, and this next story might have you thinking twice before you put your hiking shoes on this morning, especially if you're headed out to Rooks Park in Walla Walla. That is where one walker had a very surprising start to the weekend. Take a look.
Hey, Mr. Little Bear. How are you today?
That was on Saturday morning, and that was Drake Gurnett talking to his little bear buddy he made on that trail. Hey there, little bear. So this was at Mill Creek Dam and Bennington Lake. That is an adolescent bear just strolling down the trail like he owns it. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers now asking folks to keep their pets on leashes and also pack out all of your garbage if you're headed to any outdoor areas like that, so you don't accidentally invite more furry visitors. If you are planning on hiking in that area or any other area, it might be a good idea to bring some bear spray, leave your picnic basket at home, and be on high alert, because that is not something that I would plan on seeing as I turned a corner on a trail. But there he goes. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we have some money-saving travel tips just in time for your next summer vacay. And speaking of summer, it is starting to feel like it out there, isn't it? Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth is going to have your first alert forecast when we come back after the break. It is 6 minutes after 6.
Great news! The Memorial Day savings have been extended one final week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands and limited-time hot buys so you can lock in low prices or pay over time with 5 years no-interest financing, no money down, no minimum purchase required. Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets all on sale. The clock is ticking and these Memorial Day savings end soon this week at Walker's.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
First you hear it, then you feel it. That's the crunchy, melt-in-your-mouth feeling of Ritz Toasted Chips.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
Show why purple is the greatest sleep ever invented. We've hired Humpty Dumpty.
Oh no.
Yes! No cracks! And my aches and pains are gone. That's because Purple's GelFlex Grid is soft where you want it and firm where you need it, reducing your aches and pains by up to 40%.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on select mattress and base bundles. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect purple.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now is Zilla.
Apple Valley News Now is Benton City.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Well, Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, it is a first alert weather day because of the wind gusts that we'll see specifically in the Kittitas Valley. We'll have a lot more to say about that coming up in a few minutes. But for now, I just want to show you the temperatures and how mild it is out there. 62 in Ellensburg, 68 for Vantage. All of us in the mid to upper 60s in the Yakima Valley. A very nice 69 right now in Yakima proper. Look at this. The Hanford site. We're already in the low 70s, and it's 609 this morning, 66 in the Tri-Cities, mid to upper 50s in the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. We're seeing low to mid 60s in the Blue Foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, 40s and 50s up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Either a windbreaker or a very light jacket necessary for this morning. A little bit later in the day, pretty sure it's going to be t-shirt weather out there, especially in the sunshine. We'll have a lot of that for lower elevations. Can't rule out a few showers up in the Cascades for today, but the rest of it's dry, mostly sunny skies. Highs cooler compared to yesterday, but still about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for the end of May. And then for tonight, clear skies. The winds are going to be much calmer after 8 p.m. Overnight lows down into the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s and 40s up in the mountains. So not as mild as what we're seeing for this morning, but still cool/mild out there. And as we head into this weekend, another round, in fact, a couple different rounds of very strong wind gusts, and then the air gets dry, the vegetation gets dry, so there's going to be that potential for fires to start and spread very quickly. I'll tell you about multiple first alert weather days over the next few days coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. Well, this morning we're talking money and how you can maybe save some of it, specifically when you're planning maybe that next trip. From either booking on a certain day of the week to searching using incognito mode, there are a lot of hacks that say they could get you the best deal on travel, but do they really work? Well, Lionel Moyes has the tips and tricks that do work, and he says that they'll help you save some cash on your next adventure.
It's that time of year, and booking your family's summer vacation without breaking the bank can be daunting.
Getting a really good deal on travel, I think for some households can feel like a full-time job in and of itself. Price checking multiple websites, trying incognito mode.
But experts say some of those travel hacks are actually myths, like booking your travel on Tuesday to get the best rate.
The reality is that airfares in particular change so often that there isn't a single day of the week or time of the day where you're guaranteed to get the best deal on your trip.
Instead, you can try a price monitoring tool to track price changes real time based on your destination, travel dates, and even airport. Although there isn't a specific day you should click book, which day you fly can make a difference. Experts say traveling on Tuesday or Wednesday is often the cheapest option.
This can even mean just shifting out of a Sunday return and taking a 6 or 7 a.m. Monday morning flight for as much as 20% savings. On international trips, that can be hundreds of dollars in savings just by shifting your days.
Or save by shifting your hotel nights for a weekend getaway.
If it's possible for you to shift your 2 nights away to be Sunday night and Monday night, you can typically save an average of about $86 in the US, but upwards of $300 in particular cities like Las Vegas.
And you don't need to book your hotel months in advance like your flight. You can get massive deals by waiting.
If you're headed to a major city, prices will drop at the last minute between 12 and 48 hours before your check-in dates. So waiting until the last minute will actually save you a lot more than booking far in advance.
But if you choose to wait it out, experts say you'll need to be flexible on where you stay, as some properties could sell out. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
And the savings don't stop once you land. You can also save while on vacation by finding free activities in the area or by using public transportation. If you want to save all around, you can opt to travel during off seasons to avoid peak pricing also. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we will check in again with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. He'll have your full first alert forecast as we make our way towards the weekend. It is 6:13, giving you a live look from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. We're back after the break.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit the afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Summer's almost here, and so is your next Subaru. The countdown to summer sales event is on at McCurley Subaru, and the time is running out to lock in today's prices before potential market changes hit. Get ready for sunshine, road trips, and summer savings on a new Subaru Crosstrek Premium for just $274 a month, or a road trip-ready Subaru Forester Premium Hybrid for only $352 a month. Summer's coming fast. Lock in your deal today. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Makes her clothes.
One of the hottest names in country, Joe Nichols. Live in concert, July 27th, 8 p.m., Legends Event Center.
Like I was nodding right along to a song on the radio, yeah.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop.
Somewhere sunny.
Joe Nichols, live.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get the morning going when you buy one breakfast sandwich and get another one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's time to lose your generic weather app. Scan this QR code to download the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. It's the app you need from the team you trust.
The Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, only from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live, Broadway's Megan Hilty, plus Pilates for No Gear Workout Week.
We took Pilates together. Oh. Never thought I would say those words. It's really hard.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is the first of many First Alert weather days. 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kittitas Valley, peak wind gusts between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Keep in mind, it's already windy for this morning, but they're really going to ramp up after lunchtime. And so, again, peak gusts around 55 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, 45 miles per hour in the Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County. Now, the system is going to end up being pretty dry, especially for lower elevations. Now, we could have another round of showers in the Cascades into the late morning, but it doesn't look like we're going to pick up that much rainfall from that round at all. In fact, not much rainfall in the forecast for the next 7 days. Maybe a shower chance up in the Cascades for Saturday, maybe some Cascade Blue and Bluefoot Hills action for Monday, slightly more widespread shower chances for Tuesday, but again, it doesn't look like we're going to get much rainfall out of any of those rounds. High temperatures going to go back up for Saturday, pretty summer-like by then, but a big drop-off in temperatures from Saturday to Sunday, so feeling spring-like for Sunday through Wednesday. And whenever you see high temperatures drop off by 15 degrees within a day or two, you can expect more strong wind gusts. So once again, Saturday after 2 p.m., another round of very strong winds, peak gust around 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, 45 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, 55 miles per hour for the Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County. And then another day of very strong winds for Sunday. This time they're going to be a little bit weaker compared to Saturday, but still peak gust around 55 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Then you factor in what the air is going to look like and feel like on Sunday as the relative humidity values. And keep in mind, whenever they dip below 20 to 25%, we would classify that as very dry air. It's going to be right at 20% if this forecast holds true, right at 20% in the Kittitas Valley. So the dry air, the dry vegetation in this part of our viewing area, and also the strong winds, that combination of ingredients could lead to fires starting and spreading very quickly. So exercise all the fire safety precautions as we head into this weekend. Please, I beg of you. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Windy today and Saturday, then perhaps a shower or two for Tuesday. In Yakima, breezy today, but stronger gusts in store for Saturday, expecting a big cool down from Saturday to Sunday. In Ellensburg, strong wind gusts today, Saturday and Sunday. Also that potential we talked about for a large wildfire to start. In Hermiston, windy today and Saturday, breezy weather lingers as we turn cooler for next week. Then for Walla Walla, warming up to around 90 on Saturday, then back into the 70s with small shower chances Monday through Wednesday.
Thanks, Josh. 6:19, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Him and Tupac, they said it best. California love. Rapper and producer Dr. Dre putting his money where his music is, dropping some serious cash into a new high school in Compton. Coming up, how the legend is building a legacy far beyond the studio.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, June 26th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers or blasting the air conditioning, because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
And for a limited time, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, May 31st at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, June 8th at 9 a.m.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Next extra, the Chrisleys are coming home.
My parents get to start their lives over.
What is next for the fraud family of reality television after their controversial release from prison? Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back. 6:22 in your entertainment headlines this morning. Hailey Bieber is making business headlines around the world.
That's right. Her beauty brand Rhode, as in Rhode Island. Now, I don't know if that's what it's, but anyway, it just sold for $1 billion to budget makeup powerhouse e.l.f. Beauty.
Yeah, it's e.l.f.'s largest acquisition to date, eclipsing its $355 million purchase of skincare brand Naturium in 2023. Founded in 2022, Bieber's brand racked up $212 million in net sales in its last fiscal year.
And earlier this year, Rhode announced that its products will be sold at Sephora's in North America and the UK.
So with a strong social media presence, no doubt amplified by Bieber's marriage to singer Justin Bieber, e.l.f. says Rhode has a powerful engagement model.
In fact, fans will often wait hours in line for Rhode pop-ups, and its products are frequently sold out in its website.
All right, and singer Cassie Ventura has given birth to her third child with husband Alex Fine. It's a son this time, joining their 2 young daughters.
Ventura recently testified as a central witness in the federal criminal trial of her ex-boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs. Ventura was identified as victim 1 in the federal indictment against Combs.
Earlier this month, Ventura gave nearly 20 hours of often graphic testimony during the trial. She described the violence that she said she endured at the hands of Diddy and detailed drug-fueled sexual encounters. Well, some massive money has flown straight into Compton. Grammy Award-winning rapper and producer Dr. Dre was there to cut the ribbon at the new Compton High School on Friday. He donated $10 million to the school.
But listen to this. The school's new campus will cost $200 million. What will the 1,800 students get for all that cash? How about a half-size Olympic swimming pool, 36,000 square foot gym, and a 140,000 square foot academic building? Not too shabby.
No, Dr. Dre's donation funded a performing arts center that includes an on-site recording studio. The upgrade has been a long time coming. The previous building was built 120 years ago. So yeah, it was due time for a new school there for those kids.
Yeah, I love to see when people come upon new money and wealth and they give back to their community. It always warms the heart.
Yeah, even though that's not new money for him. He's had that money for a while.
Well, it's new.
He's been making hits.
New money to him, as in like, I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying too.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A controversial gun law is coming to Washington, but some sheriffs say they won't enforce it. Why they're taking a stand and what it means for gun owners statewide. Plus, the Legends Casino is making a regional impact, donating more than $1 million in grants to 135 different organizations. Coming up, we'll talk money and the causes that it's helping. We're back right after the break.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Prosser Memorial Health proudly offers mental health services at our primary care clinics in Prosser, Grandview, and Benton City. Our mental health providers are certified, experienced, and now accepting new patients. Taking care of our mental health is vital to our overall well-being and general health. To schedule an appointment, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you. To learn more, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-209-8578. That's 1-800-209-8578. Call now.
Apple Valley News Now is Kennewick.
Apple Valley News Now is Yakima.
Apple Valley News Now is Hermiston.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Leading the way with local news you trust.
Breaking news.
We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And that 3-degree guarantee just continues to go up.
It's going up, up, and up. Now it's up to $850. Thanks again to our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel for sponsoring it. So let's go ahead and take a look at yesterday's numbers. I went with a forecast high of 93 in Pasco Tri-Cities and it verified at 91. So the jackpot went up to $850. So here are the stakes for today, going with a forecast high of 87 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 84 to 90, the jackpot's going to go up to $875. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code that was just on your screen. Now it's on your screen. You're going to see a lot of this over the next half hour. First alert weather day, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., Kittitas Valley. Now, keep in mind, the winds are already pretty blustery for this morning, but the peak of the peak, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., peaking around 50 to 55 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. And like I mentioned, for right now, already windy out there, 35 mile per hour gusts in Hermiston, 23 miles per hour in the Tri-Cities, 40 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. And again, these are only going to ramp up throughout the rest of this morning. Right now, temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 60s for lower elevation, so feeling very mild out there, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. And we did see a few sprinkles, looks like a few lingering sprinkles right now for portions of the lower Columbia Basin and Yakima and Kittitas Valleys. Looks like more of that is lining up to the west of the Cascades, but the Cascades are likely going to eat up most, if not all, of that rainfall. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine, high temperatures getting up into the mid to upper 80s, but still we're going to end up being cooler than yesterday, but 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. Also, we'll have a preview to the dangerous fire setup for this weekend. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
6:30 now, and we start this half hour of news with a major change to Washington's gun laws. They're facing some serious pushback from sheriffs across the state. Starting in 2027, residents will need a permit, fingerprinting, and live fire training before they can legally purchase a firearm. But some sheriffs saying this new law goes too far. Under House Bill 1163, Washingtonians will need to complete a certified safety course and demonstrate firearm proficiency with at least 50 rounds fired at a range. Supporters say it'll reduce gun violence, but sheriffs in Pierce, Grant, and Adams counties are pushing back. Pierce County Sheriff Keith Swank saying his office won't enforce the law, calling it politically motivated and possibly unconstitutional. In Adams County, Sheriff Dale Wagner says it puts law-abiding citizens at risk of criminal charges simply for lacking access to permits, especially in rural areas. And Grant County Sheriff Joe Crite agreeing, saying the law burdens responsible gun owners while doing little to deter actual violent criminals. Now, so far, none of the sheriffs have pledged to openly defy the law, except Sheriff Swank in Pierce County. Legal challenges are expected before the law takes effect in 2027. Be sure to stay with Good Morning Northwest as we continue to follow this growing debate. Now on to developing news out of Kennewick. It's been nearly 20 years since beloved Chi-B teacher and coach Bob Mars was murdered in a brutal gang initiation attack. Now the two teens convicted in the 2004 killing, Jordan Castillo and Robert Suarez, are petitioning for early release from prison. Both were sentenced to more than 25 years for first-degree murder. A community concern hearing is set for June 23rd in Lacey, where Mars's family and supporters will share impact statements. New this morning, in Legends Casino is making a regional impact as it donates more than $1 million in grants to 135 different organizations. This was all made possible through the Yakima Cares and Community Impact Fund. One of the recipients of the Community Impact Grant, the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, which consists of their lead drug task force team, the Sheriff's Office as a unit itself, along with the Yakima Regional SWAT team, which consists of 8 different agencies within the Yakima County area. Yakima County Sheriff's Office says this grant will help them replace aging equipment like AEDs, along with acquiring some new gear.
A mobile piece of armor that they could be moving around that's rated to help out with rifle type rounds, because we are seeing more and more higher powered rifles out there that are out there they're stolen and being on the streets, and we're taken away from the streets. So that gives us an opportunity to purchase something like that when we have a very limited budget within our regional SWAT team.
Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the regional SWAT team received a little over $18,000. Sheriff's Office received about $43,000, and the Drug Task Force nearly $12,200 through the Legends Casino Community Impact Fund. 6:33, and local lawmakers took to the stage to give a closer look at what came out of the most recent legislative session and how those changes could impact folks right here in the Tri-Cities. Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce hosting its annual legislative session wrap-up membership luncheon at the Red Lion Hotel, Pasco Airport Conference Center. State lawmakers were on hand discussing everything from new laws and tax increases to how decisions made in Olympia might affect local businesses and families.
These tax hikes
impact everyone, not the wealthy, everyone, regardless of income, rising the cost across the board. Our small businesses were hit especially hard with the increase in expanded B&O taxes.
Senator Torres says while the tax hikes are concerning, there was a small win. They were able to stop a proposal that would have collected taxes before businesses could even earn revenue. Still, with the changes that did pass, she says Tri-Cityans can expect to see a significant bump in sales taxes. 6:34, and it was a proud day for Pasco students, staff, and the entire community. Pasco School District celebrating the dedication of Team Pasco Home 2025, marking a major milestone in hands-on education and craftsmanship. This is the 25th home built by Pasco students during the past 28 years, and it's a stunner. The custom home is a little more than 2,000 square feet, featuring 3 bedrooms, a flex room, a covered patio, and an extra deep 2-car garage. The open concept design showcases not just a modern style, but the skill and hard work of the PSD's construction trade students.
They go through the process of all the skills tests, all the safety tests, all personal protective equipment stuff, and I also make them do some of the math as far as calculating how many square feet of flooring we need, how many square feet of siding we need, that sort of thing.
This year's program also celebrates a personal success story. Gavin Frank, a senior at Chiawana High School, said he has now landed a paid apprenticeship with a construction company. He'll earn more than $40 an hour plus benefits, all while helping to build Pasco's new aquatic center. As for this home, it is located off Ashen Drive in Pasco and is on the market. 6:35, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Goats stolen from a farm in Vancouver, Washington, now back at home safe. This morning, we'll hear from the farmer after being reunited with his beloved flock.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
We have some of the most scenic bicycle pathways in the region. Remember to be careful and that all the rules of the road apply to bicyclists. So stay on the right and watch out for the other guy.
Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Colorado means a lot of things to a lot of people, but to us, it's home, where we've been crafting mattresses with unrivaled quality for well over 30 years. And in that time, we've never lost sight of the belief that everyone deserves a great night's sleep, which is why we're proud to introduce the budget-friendly Colorado mattress with almost 600 individually wrapped coils. And made in the USA at our very own factory. The Colorado's the perfect combination of comfort and value. The Colorado mattress, only at Denver Mattress.
Show off your math skills and have some fun for a great cause. The Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland. Get ready for the biggest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the Tri-Cities. Register today. $100 3-day early bird slam special opens June 1st. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 in the Custom Restoration Cool Cash Shootout. It all happens July 12th and 13th at John Dam Plaza. Register now at c3slam.com. This $100 slam special ends midnight Tuesday, June 3rd. Brought to you by the City of Richland and Tri-City Sunrise Rotary.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
We have some of the most scenic bicycle pathways in the region. Remember to be careful and that all the rules of the road apply to bicyclists. So stay on the right and watch out for the other guy.
Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Warm months bring dangerous storms, many with lightning.
With advanced forecasting technology, trust the First Alert Weather Team to keep you ahead of the storm and help keep your family safe.
Apple Valley News Now. First Alert Weather. Always on your side.
Next live, Broadway's Megan Hilty
easy. Plus Pilates for no gear workout week.
We took Pilates together.
Oh.
Never thought I would say those words. It's really hard.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is a first alert weather day because of all the winds we're going to have across the map, but especially in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those peak gusts could be around 55 miles per hour. Could see a few showers up in the Cascades for today. The rest of us will be dry with sunny to mostly sunny skies. In the Yakima Valley, this is probably going to be the least windy portion of our viewing area, that and the Blue Mountains, but peak gust here around 35 miles per hour. Highs in the low to mid 80s, mostly sunny. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, these gusts out of the west up around 45 miles per hour. And we should be cooler compared to yesterday, still 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal. That means 87 for the Tri-Cities. Then in the Blue Foothills, 70s for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County, low 80s, low to mid 80s for the Blue Foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties. And we'll be in the 60s and 70s up in the Blue Mountains. Also pretty windy for the foothills. Some of those gusts could be around 45 miles per hour, especially down towards Lexington or Heppner. Now let's pivot to this weekend, Sunday in particular. Here's the vegetation dryness forecast. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation since 2005. We're going to be up into the 78th percentile in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley. We would classify that as very dry. Then you factor in some of the wind gusts we could have, specifically in the Kittitas Valley, peak gusts between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Yeah, there's going to be that potential for a large fire start in the Kittitas Valley on Sunday. I'll show you some additional data to back up this point coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 6:40 and here in Washington State. 2 baby goats were stolen from a feed store on Monday, but they're now back home safe. They were discovered Tuesday morning walking along a nearby road. Carly Olsen spoke to the relieved owner.
Wake up there, kiddo.
Andrew.
You're tired, aren't you, little buddy, huh?
And Andrew, exhausted and resting back home after a big adventure.
Well, I can't believe how tired they are.
It's an outcome that store manager Tom Hughes wasn't sure would happen.
It was kind of traumatic, that's for sure. I mean, they're family, and this is a family-owned business, so, you know, we're all real close here.
He got a call Tuesday morning from Vancouver police telling him someone spotted the goats on Lower River Road.
I think they felt the pressure of the media, and, you know, we put it all over. It was all over the social media.
Regardless of the reason, the Andrews are back home, but the livestock theft and burglary charges against the thieves now include abandonment.
I'm surprised they survived through the night, to be honest with you. They just left them out there to fend for themselves, and they're just little guys, you know.
Staff members will be bringing the goats inside at night to make sure this doesn't happen again. And even though they're relieved, they won't rest until the suspect is caught.
What were you thinking, you know? I mean, how could you do something like that? You know, I mean, they're just, and then turn around and dump them out in the middle of nowhere to where they have to fend for themselves with the coyotes and the predators and things like that, you know? I mean, we're lucky they're still alive, in my opinion.
Reporting in Vancouver, Carly Olsen, Fox 12 Oregon.
And those goats, as you heard, they are back home safe, but a rabbit was also stolen from the feed store Sunday and is still missing. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and giving you that live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point, overlooking the mighty Columbia and the iconic paddle boat. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full first alert forecast. It's 6:42.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, shop top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Purple, Heirloom, or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Save 30% on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Hurry! The extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, May 31st at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, June 8th at 9 a.m.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
It's the final days of Memorial Day savings this week at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands.
Get the biggest savings of the season or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing.
Where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is a first alert weather day, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Kittitas Valley, peak wind gusts between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Keep in mind, it's already pretty windy for this morning, but the cream of the crop is going to be from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. really across the map. The least windy sections of our viewing area are going to be the Yakima Valley and up in the Blue Mountains. This storm system is going to be a mostly dry one. Could have a few more sprinkles in the basin or valleys, but there's another round of rainfall that could impact the Cascades later this morning. It looks like that's not going to be too impressive either. And to the east of there should be dry, should be a sunny day on top of that. We're going to continue to keep the forecast pretty dry over the next 7 days. There's going to be a little chance for a shower in the Cascades on Saturday, some chances for showers in the mountains and foothills on Monday, slightly more widespread shower chances by the time we get to Tuesday, but it does not look like we're going to be able to squeeze that much rainfall out of any of these storm systems. High temperature is going to stay pretty summer-like through Saturday, then more of a spring pattern for Sunday through Wednesday, and that flip from Saturday to Sunday. Usually when you see a stark drop-off in temperatures like that, that means some strong wind gusts will follow suit. Saturday, no exception. After 2 p.m., we have another first alert weather day, this time for the Kittitas Valley. Some of those peak gusts around 60 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour in the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. Then in general for Sunday, looks like the winds are going to be calmer, except for in the Kittitas Valley with those gusts out of the north and west around 55 miles per hour. But it gets a little bit more interesting than that, because when you start to factor in what the air is going to look like, the relative humidity, which measures the amount of moisture in the air, when these values get below 25 to 20%, that's when we would classify it as very dry air. So it's going to be very dry in the Kittitas Valley. The vegetation is very dry this way. And then you factor in some of the winds, and those three ingredients could combine to create large wildfire starts. So fires could start or spread very rapidly. Of course, we hope that doesn't pan out. We'll see how it pans out. But for anyone living in Kittitas County, I would definitely exercise all the fire safety you can for this weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Windy today and Saturday, then perhaps a shower or two for Tuesday. In Yakima, breezy today, but stronger gusts in store for Saturday, expecting a big cool down from Saturday to Sunday. In Ellensburg, strong wind gusts today, Saturday and Sunday, and of course we talked about that potential for the large wildfire start. In Hermiston, windy today and Saturday, breezy weather lingers as we turn cooler next week. Then for Walla Walla, warming up to around 90 on Saturday, then back into the 70s with small shower chances Monday through Wednesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, shark encounters along the East Coast, from Rhode Island to the waters near Panama City Beach, Florida.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's right here. It's right here.
The man filming that tense moment speaking out to GMA.
I think she was initially shocked, and you think you're just going to the beach waist deep of water, but they could be anywhere. When you see a shark like that, you really want to stay calm and kind of make sure and gauge what the shark is doing. The shark was just swimming, not erratically, just very slowly, and just cruised on by.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on these encounters, as well as a possible shark bite in North Carolina, and hear from a shark expert about why these close calls might be more common than you realize. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to occasional stabbing and burning in my hands and feet. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinically studied amount of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too. Just ask my old friend Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying a cold one while watching the game. Who's winning?
We are, my friend. We are.
What are folks 60 and older learning these days?
New perspectives.
How to fix things.
Fun recipes.
Now, the morning sprint.
It is 6:50, time for your morning sprint here on Good Morning Northwest, and we start with your national headlines this morning, as today marks the 72nd anniversary for the first known Mount Everest summit. On May 29th, 1953, Edmund Hillary of New Zealand, along with Nepalese Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, reached the highest point on Earth. The summit of Everest is more than 29,000 feet above sea level. It's about the same height as cruising altitude of airplanes. And in your business headlines at 6:51, the Commerce Department has ordered some U.S. companies to halt sales to China. In a statement, a spokesperson says some existing export licenses have been suspended as the department reviews exports of strategic significance. Financial Times reports its permits to American companies that sell software used to design semiconductors, including companies Cadence, Synopsys, and Siemens EDA. Health headlines this morning. Healthy people who regularly smoked marijuana or ate THC-laced edibles showed signs of early cardiovascular disease similar to tobacco smokers. That conclusion comes from a small study. Researchers found vascular function was reduced by more than 40% in marijuana smokers. The function fell by more than 50% in people who had, who had eaten THC edibles regularly compared to those who didn't. A study author stresses this research only reveals an association and not a cause. And talking sports at 6:52, John Laurontis, a former World Wrestling Entertainment executive, has reached a settlement with a former WWE employee who accused him of sexual assault. The lawsuit against him and former WWE CEO Vince McMahon alleged sexual assault, trafficking, and physical abuse. According to a filing on Wednesday in the U.S. District Court, in connection, he has been dismissed from the suit after he reached a confidential settlement with the plaintiff. He also agreed to cooperate and provide evidence in the plaintiff's lawsuit against McMahon. 6:52, here are your top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. Highlands Middle School was placed under a secure and teach protocol yesterday for about 30 minutes. It's a precaution following a report of a man threatening to kill his wife over FaceTime and displaying a firearm. He stated he was en route from Moses Lake to carry out the threat. Police apprehended the suspect near the school. They recovered the firearm from his vehicle and he was arrested. And early Tuesday morning around 2:30, Kennewick Police attempted to stop this vehicle for an equipment violation near West 1st Avenue and South Benton Street. While the driver fled, launching the car over a canal embankment. Both people inside got out and ran from the scene. Still at large this morning. Vehicle has been seized pending a search warrant, and authorities are asking anyone with information to contact them. And sheriffs in Pierce, Grant, and Adams counties have expressed opposition to Washington's upcoming gun law. House Bill 1163, set to take effect in 2027. The law mandates permits and live fire training for firearm purchases. Sheriff Keith Swank of Pierce County stated his office will not enforce the law, citing constitutional concerns. And 2 men convicted in the 2004 murder of Kiona-Bitten teacher and coach Bob Mars are seeking an early release. Jordan Castillo and Robert Suarez, sentenced to nearly 30 years each, have applied for hearings before the Sentence Review Board. They have a community concern hearing set for June 23rd in Lacey. And the Legends Casino Hotel is distributing over $1 million in grants through its Yakima Cares program and Community Impact Fund. Yakima County Sheriff's Office receiving about $43,000 to replace aging equipment and AEDs. The Regional SWAT Team and Drug Task Force also receiving funding to enhance their operations. 6:54 trending this morning. The pilot called it a wildlife situation on the plane's intercom.
Well, that's for sure.
I would lose my mind.
A bird in a bird, if you think about it. Did he catch that? Did he catch it in the blanket?
I don't know what is going on other than
he looks like he kind of looks behind him after that, like he didn't catch it. But if he did catch it, what a catch. Well, a Delta flight was delayed Saturday after 2 wild pigeons tried to stow away on the Minneapolis to Madison flight. Passenger Tom Caw caught video of some of the chaos.
He captured video of a passenger trying to catch the second pigeon in a jacket. It all started with baggage handlers getting called to remove the first bird from the plane's cabin. Second bird emerged after the plane left the gate and was preparing for takeoff.
Caw said it was strutting up the aisle. Someone tried to grab it and it went flying back and forth in the cabin. The pilot asked controllers for permission to return to the gate. Caw says at the gate, another baggage handler came on board and safely removed the bird.
Flight arrived about an hour later than scheduled. Nope. No, I would have got right off that plane so fast.
Yeah.
Birds just flying around.
Birds are kind of scary anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're unpredictable.
Yeah, so I would not have been a fan of that. But again, if that guy actually caught the bird in the blanket like that, that was impressive.
Goodness gracious. All right, get us out the door this morning.
There's so much to talk about. Here, we'll pack it in real quick. First, the winds. Yep, it's windy out there already. Peak gust around 40 miles per hour in Hermiston, 40 miles per hour-ish in the Kittitas Valley. They're going to be even stronger after lunchtime. Right now, temperature, look at that, it's 73 degrees up towards the Hanford site right now. It's 6:56 in the morning.
I love it.
It's May 29th, so that is abnormal. So enjoy it, I suppose. We are tracking a few showers this morning in the basin and the valleys, pretty light stuff. Also, pretty light stuff up in the Cascades. Later today should be, if you look past the winds, a nice day, sunny skies, high temperatures about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, but still cooler compared to yesterday. But it's going to be really hard to look past the winds. Across the map, it's going to be windy for today. The least windy location is going to be the Yakima Valley and the Blue Mountains. But in the Kittitas Valley, man alive, more peak gusts up around 50 to 55 miles per hour. That peak time frame, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then on Saturday, another round. Very strong winds, Kittitas Valley after 2 p.m. Peak gusts a little bit stronger this time, 55 to 60 miles per hour. And for Sunday, this is the one I'm really concerned about because not only is it still going to be windy in the Kittitas Valley, but the air is going to be dry, the vegetation is going to be dry, so there will be the potential for large fire starts. Please exercise all of that fire safety this weekend.
All right. Well, thanks so much for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on these stories on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back tonight at 5 with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.